I am so glad that at an early age my father made me aware of racism, stereotypes, and BS. There were times I swore that he was a part of the Black Panther Party, with the way that he would preach about racism and knowing about Africa and its history, as well as knowing about everything else and never forgetting where I came from. But more importantly, treating everyone equally with respect until being proved wrong. My father's only problem with me was that I was fascinated and sometimes obsessed with watching TV. He years later apologized when I turned that into a career. Around when I was age 8 or 9, he would preach about television and how it was brainwashing me and the rest of the world. But back then, all I wanted to do was really just watch cartoons, like a normal kid. Later on in my teens, that early awareness sparked the flame that would later teach me about pride and self-worth, and force me to eliminate using the N-word from my vocabulary totally. You know what, let me stop for a second. Someone sent me an email yesterday asking if I was Sergeant Willie Pete or trying to be like him, and let me say for the record, no, I'm not, nor do I want to be him. The Sarge grew up in the suburbs of Philly in a home with his married mother and father. I was born and raised in the hood of Cleveland for my entire life and still live there. After many years of abuse from my father, my mother decided to grab me and my sister and leave my father when I was around about the age of 11. Okay? We're both African American men and speak with a message to inform, entertain, and educate, but we're totally different. Anyway, back to my point. Back in the early 80s, I remember watching racist images in cartoons like Bugs Bunny and Tom and Jerry, and accepting what I saw as being funny. A lot of these banned cartoons can still be found on YouTube if you look around for them. Even on TV sitcoms like Different Strokes, Silver Spoons, and The Brady Bunch, African Americans have been portrayed as being needy, always poor, or supporting the main characters. I was disgusted to watch Eddie Murphy 2 days ago, who was really big at the time in the 80s, play second fiddle to Nick Nolte in the original 48 Hours movie. To this very day, African Americans are being portrayed only as the sidekick or background characters on television and film. And it should piss off a lot more people. So do we blame the actors for accepting the BS roles? Or do we get mad at the execs and the writers? Why are we only used for flavor, attitude, or the negative stereotypical image on TV shows today? Open forum. Leave your comments.